Good morning, everybody. Today I'll be showing two interviews that will help you learn how not to crash and burn financially. So please pay attention. Is based on your experiences, what what is the worst mistake people can do with money?
Okay, I think it's relying on credit as a source of income, like going credit card crazy. I think that's like slowly tying the rope on your neck financially. You know, you get out of school, you're 18, everybody's giving you a card, and in general, people just go credit crazy. So I think the worst mistake is to use credit as a source of income.
Alright, so since I'm young, what piece of advice about my money would you give me?
Um, Save as much as you can. Don't get the latest thing, like just because it's the latest thing, and what is it? Learn, like, don't know, like, people that don't be a person that knows the price of everything but the value of nothing. Like, realize that how much it costs to have a certain thing. Is it really worth it? Is it really something that I need? Like, prefer to be modest and humble rather than having the latest thing and being broke.
And last question. So most people believe that God has a genuine interest in how we manage our money. What's your opinion on that?
I think that since God wants to keep a certain distance from us, as far as like, He's not gonna make it rain $100 bills. I mean, He totally can. He's the creator of the universe, but we're His administrators. So something that Pastor Steve was saying in service is, it's not what you give, it's how much you keep after you give. So I think that's pretty much the idea. It's not if you give $1,000 if you're a billionaire. It's about how much you keep and what you do, and realizing that everything we have is God's. We're like stewards of His money, and we have to answer for it.
Okay.
From my point of view,
Yes.
I am an accountant. I do taxes and accounting for
Yeah.
people and companies. So I would say that the worst mistakes that people do with their money is spending more than what they really earn. No,
Yeah.
even for individuals or corporations, because the thing is that probably you think that you can get things faster because any financial institution can give you the money. But it doesn't mean that you are going to be able to pay it on time or as fast as you think you can do it. And this happens, the worst thing is that this happens at the individual level, corporate level, and even countries, at the country level. For example, the worst thing that I would see, that I think will happen is, if you start a business as an accountant, you start a business and you spend too much money in fixing it up, and you don't even have a business plan of how much money you're going to be making. So the worst thing is that you can do with the money is spend more than what you think you're going to be receiving in the future, not making the proper projections or forecasts of what's going to be coming into the business,
Yeah.
and thinking that just by having a business you're going to be making money. That's not really the case.
Yeah. Also, another question is, like, since I'm relatively young, what advice would you be able to give me about, like, how I manage my money?
Your money. Excellent question. Eh, One thing that people don't do is save their money. And you have to save money. You don't have to save it all. They say that a good example is Japan. Japan people save about, when I was in college, 30% of what they make as a country in a whole. That's why they have money, because they save and they can invest. So the best advice is save at least 10 to 30%. That's what you probably will hear from people in Asia. No? And also a financial advisor will recommend maybe have 6 to 3 months of your wages or your expenditure or what you have to spend in a saving account. That's for your immediate needs if anything bad happens. And of course, you need to have long-term plans for saving money for jubilación. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the point. Yeah, so that would be my recommendation.
Okay, and since I go to a Christian school, we also have a God question. Are you okay with that?
Sure, excellent.
So, many people believe that God is personally interested in, like, how we manage our money. What would your opinion be on that?
God wants us to be good stewards of the resources that He has given us.
Yeah.
Since Adam and Eve, He gave mankind the opportunity to manage all Earth, the animals, all Earth. Will have had to be converted into a paradise. That was He was going to be the mayordomo, the steward of everything. In history, probably you have seen there are examples of like Abraham, Job, David, Solomon, examples of very rich individuals who have served God, but they never deviated from the principle of serving God, no?
Yeah.
Or helping the other ones, or the people, or doing God's will. The bad thing is when you put riches before or in front of doing God's will. That's the bad thing. But God wants us to be good stewards of money or the resources we have. If we don't have money, that won't make us be sad, no? Because we have spiritual things. We have spiritual things that are better than material things. But if we do have, we better use them well.
Yeah.
Because then God is gonna claim from us. You help the poor, you help the congregation, you help somebody else. If we don't do it and we selfishly save the money for us, we're gonna pay Him badly because He has given us all that we have. I don't know if that answered the question.
Yeah, that does. Thank you.
Okay.